2018, brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions from Kabam. I am Lorraine Sink, host and writer of Marvel's The Watcher, joined by
Judy Stevens. I'm photographer and cosplay blogger, and we have brought to you our first cosplay of the weekend. Yay! Welcome, JC Cosplay.
Hi, how are you?
So you guys might have seen her before. She was actually our first spotlight we did for Cosstoberfest last week, and it did really well on Tumblr.
Yay!
And everyone really loved your cosplay. I mean,
great.
Obviously your costume's a little like variants, very almost like burlesque sort of style.
Yes.
And this is amazing.
Thank you!
And you're debuting it.
It's my first day wearing it.
So how has
beautiful.
the con floor been so far?
Honestly, I haven't really been on the floor too much. I kind of in and out, but getting stopped every like 4 seconds. And I'm like, my thing's not going on. It's a lot of panic.
I don't know if you guys can see, but she's wearing an actual gauntlet with like a light in the palm. It's movable fingers. That's pretty amazing. You said
Yeah.
you commissioned that?
Yes, my friend Dulcinea Cosplay, she made this for me, and it took her like 3 days.
What is it made out of?
It's PVC.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's a lot more durable than Warbler.
I kind of want one. Like,
Here you go.
just to, yeah. I'm just gonna, like, the next time you see it on camera, I'm gonna be wearing this.
Yeah, totally. You can have it. Here you go.
If you guys have questions, you can tweet them to us and just hashtag Marvel NYCC, and JC and the two of us will answer them live right here on Marvel Live. So how much construction did that take? How long were you working on your costume?
Well, my best friend, she's over there. She actually made it for me. I designed the costume, and I did Pinup Cap last year. So Pinup Cap was super successful, and I was like, you know, Iron Man's my favorite Avenger, so I have to do Iron Man. So I designed it, and I just threw the design at her, and I was like, have fun, go with it. And she was like, oh my God. So it took her maybe a month to make it, just like kind of nonstop.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
This is a steel bone corset, right?
No, this is actually just plastic.
Oh, so it's it's much easier to
Yeah, I
wear.
can breathe in this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You can eat in it?
I can bend. It's fantastic. Because Cap, it was steel bone, and I was like, I can't move.
Yeah.
So this was, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson.
I really love sort of like what cosplayers have done with sort of taking a character that's obviously a very
An alcoholic.
well, you know, I mean, obviously Tony Stark or Iron Man is a pretty complicated costume to do, and taking it and make it much more accessible, making it more different, making it more feminine, obviously. So that's, you know, if you guys are not on marvel.com/Cosstoberfest, you better be there. We have some great photos, obviously spotlights like JC. We have even more coming, plus we have posts every single day. So this is really just a celebration of cosplay.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Yes.
awesome.
How did you get started, actually?
I got started because of my boyfriend. He went to a con like 5 years ago, and he came back with all these pictures and merchandise, and I was like, this exists? I need to go. So the next year I went with a really bad costume, and I was like, I was hooked.
What was your first costume?
It was Shaman from Pokemon. We don't talk about that. That was a bad time in my life.
What was your first Marvel costume?
I think it was Black Cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
a good entry level.
She's a good one because it's just the catsuit, white wig, and call it a day. She was really easy. She's one of my favorites too to do. So
Yeah, she's really fun. I mean, that's one thing is when you're in costume, you sort of get to play around with your character.
exactly, and then you get to see all the Spider-Mans and touch all the Spider-Mans. Cosplay doesn't equal consent, sorry guys, but you ask permission first and then you do it. But it's cool because you get to see everybody else from the fandom, and it's awesome.
We actually have some questions about cosplaying. The Asgardian Angel would like to know, what material would you suggest to make Winter Soldier a vibranium arm out of?
Well, honestly, I mean, you could go with Warbler, you could go the PVC route. You do need experience with it, so I would always probably start off with maybe like craft foam and shape it like that and make the actual like pattern to it. And I mean, you could use Warbler to get into it and use like the sandwich techniquing that Kamui Cosplay
Yeah.
talked about. I think she's actually at the con, so she's someone that's
She's
super
judging
accessible.
the costume contest on
there you go.
Saturday. by the
Oh,
way,
no
guys.
pressure, no pressure. No pressure contestants, but yeah, I would do that. Add the pattern to your arm with the duct tape and the saran wrap, draw it out on your arm, and then just kind of go to town with it. And if you mess up, not a big deal. Just make sure you're not doing it the day before the con.
Exactly.
For those who do not know what Warbler is, and have not watched Marvel Method Cosplay, Worbla is sort of a plastic material that you can use heat to sort of make different shapes. So Worbla is a much more sort of like, you can knock on it, it's not super thick. Also for those, foamies is a brilliant thing. I am not very good with props and armors and stuff like that, but foamies is my go-to. It's also, you can use it, you can get it at like Michael's or Joann's, it's really basic to get.
Super cheap.
And you literally just use a little bit of heat and you can curve it and shape it and stuff like that, so.
The good thing about Worbla also is that if you mess up, you can reheat it and do it again.
Love that. Sophia would like to know which cosplay has been the most difficult to do thus far.
This one.
This one, because
looking at it.
it's my, well, superhero costume. This one's the most challenging because it took me like 15 minutes just to put the gauntlet on, and then it takes like a team to put on the corset, put on everything else, but my nightmare costume to put on is my Sub-Zero costume. I feel bad for all my friends that have to deal with me when I put that costume on.
I feel like the one thing about costumes is you never really think about is the accessories. Like, is she saying that the gauntlet, like, let's say you make a pretty basic costume like my Captain Marvel, but really what takes so much effort is putting the sash on.
Yeah. It has to be in the perfect spot. You need to pin it in place.
You want to make sure it doesn't fall down.
Exactly, exactly. You don't want people to judge you if it's on the wrong side.
Yes, there's a lot of that. Even though you can flip the image later, no one will know better.
Oh, they'll know. They'll flip it back and be like, she lied.
We have another cosplay question. I don't know if this is a man or a woman, but they're asking, it's Yabanik? Yabakan.
Sorry.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Which Marvel character can I cosplay if I have glasses?
Whoever you want.
Yeah.
Whoever you want, honestly. I'm wearing contacts right now. I can't see for crap. So you can wear contacts, or you could just go in your glasses. It's really not a big deal. So, I mean, cosplay what you want, cosplay what you love. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Just do it.
And now where can people find you online?
I am on Instagram, and it's JAYMCEE__. And on Facebook, I am JC Cosplay.
Awesome, awesome. What do you have planned for the rest of the con?
Well, Iron Man today. Tomorrow I am doing a Femme Quicksilver.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, debuting it tomorrow. Ooh, fingers crossed. Saturday I'll be doing Sub-Zero, and sorry, but Sunday I'm doing Power Girl.
We'll never tell. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Marvel Live.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We're going to have even more coming up on our Marvel live stream, so stay tuned here. Keep tweeting us, #MarvelNYCC, and we'll be here with you. And of course, we are sponsored by the lovely, the wonderful Marvel Contest of Champions from Kabam. Hi, Marvelites. I'm Lorraine Sink, host and writer